Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. This is episode 8 of Arrow entitled Vendetta. So let's get right into it.
Nobody can know my secret.
All right, guys, Vendetta. Now, this episode is kind of the introduction to the Huntress. You know, Helena as the Huntress. Yes, she was in last week's episode, but she was just like her regular self. You know, with just daddy issues. So this is like a really introduction of how she became Huntress and stuff like that. So, this is kind of an origin story. So I like that for that sense of this episode. Overall, I like this episode a lot more than I did last week's episode. As you know from my last review, last week's episode, I had a problem with Helena and her fighting and just other stuff about it. This week's episode, you know, I still had a lot of issues with it, but it wasn't as bad as last week's. Overall, though, it was an okay episode. It was one of those episodes where you know you like it for a second, then you like, oh, why did he do that? Then you like it again, say, oh, that's cool. Then, oh, that's stupid. Why did he do that? So it was one of those like up and down episodes for me. Um, the things that I did like about this episode was like the relationship and the conflict with Helena and Oliver. Oliver. You know, he's trying to live this double life, and he sees that he's lonely, and it's good to have a companion or have somebody that you can share these feelings with and who can kind of understand you. So he's dealing with that, but he's also come to the realization is that he feels that he can save Helena from being like from going off on the deep end going off on the deep end and becoming something even dangerous than what she is now. So from that point of view, I really like that part of the story. I thought that was very good, but it like I said, it was one of those episodes where it kept going up and kept going down. I like that part of the story, but then once it starts unraveling and stuff like that, then just stuff just goes everywhere, and it was just very, very crazy. But I get into that a little bit later. Now, this is one of those episodes where the side stories had my interest. I was more interested in some of the side stories than I was like the main plot of the story, and that's not too good sometimes when it comes to like TV shows and stuff. You should be focused on the main story instead of like the side story. But I was kind of intrigued with Ollie's stepfather and him like discovering that Ollie's mom is still like keeping secrets and with this book and stuff. So that became very interesting to me because you see he's discovering way more about his wife and how she's living like a double life herself, and she's not really being honest with him. So in that sense of the side story, I really enjoyed that, and I really like the the assistant chick when she comes in. I love her banter and stuff. I think she brings a very good dynamic to the show. I thought she's very likable. She's very funny. So that was very good. And every time she was on screen and stuff, I really enjoyed that. So that's probably one of the main reasons why I enjoyed the side stories more than the main storyline. Now we're getting back to the main storyline where the stuff that I had the issue with was when Helena starts becoming Huntress. Now you see that Oliver's teaching her like the ways of the bow and arrow and teaching her stuff like that, and that stuff was like great and stuff. But then once she gets her own kind of identity and she gets her own her own bow, the crossbow and stuff, that's when it starts getting weird and like very awkward and stuff. And she gets her costume, and I think for her, I think she would have been, or her character would have looked a lot better if her hair was cut. Sometimes when the girls wear the costumes and stuff, and you have the super super long hair, it kind of looks weird. So I thought they could have tried to cut her hair, make her look a little bit more edgier. So I had a little issue with that. And when Oliver always has like this, sir or George, you failed this city, and then she says it, and that was very weird and awkward. So I was like, why did you say that? So when she said it, it was just awkward, and she had the long hair and stuff, and the her I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but it was just my opinion. And you know, for me, when she had like the crossbow or whatever, or the gun, bow and arrow, whatever, I think it's a crossbow, I don't know. But when she had it, it just looked so small, like it was a toy. You know, like she got it from Toys R Us, so it didn't really look threatening at all. So I thought they could have made it a little bit bigger or something. I don't know, but um, the way she was holding it and still with her fighting, it's just not believable for me. So uh, I lost a lot. It lost a lot of points for me for that. But the other thing that I did like about it, because I know, you know, as I said, I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but I did like some things about this stuff. Some things about this episode. I like the other side story with Laurel and Tommy, and how, you know, Tommy is struggling with it, you know how he's has no money, you know, because his father cut him off, and how he needs to, you know, learn how to provide, and how he sees that Laura might still have feelings for Oliver, and how it's always Oliver and never Tommy and stuff. So you see the jealousy and the 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 just the, just the jealousy, and just how he feels so neglected when, you know, Oliver's around and Laura's always have her attention on him. So I felt that part. Now, what lost me with this, because like I said before, I'm gonna keep repeating it. You have the moment where, oh, this is so good, this is good, this is good. I'm interested. Then it says, oh, why did you do that? You know, it comes a point where they have a great scene where they're all four like at dinner and stuff, and that was cool, and that was very funny, and you know, very like, you know, just laughable and stuff, and that was good. And Tommy has like this argument with Laurel, and you think like he's done with her and stuff, and I'm liking that. It's like, okay, he's done with it. Maybe he's funny, you know, do some other stuff. Maybe he's looking for a change and stuff. But then like the next thing, he goes right running back to her and stuff. So I was like, ah, they could have let him have a moment for like one whole episode where he doesn't run straight back to her. So I thought that was a little, you know, oh, come on, dude, you know, have some balls or something. You know what I mean? Be a man. You know, stick to your gut. You know, you say you're gonna leave it and leave it. Don't just run right back like 5 seconds later. So other than that, it was an okay episode. It's one of those up and down episodes. So what did you guys like about this episode? I know I'm nitpicking a lot. Did you like the Huntress? Do you have problems with her? Like I said, I think they could have cut her hair when she became Huntress. I think they could have made her fighting moves a little bit more tougher and stuff, because I keep saying it, man. She's got the slow techniques and stuff. It doesn't look like she's really into it. So hopefully, you know, whenever they reintroduce her, maybe she gets her haircut. Maybe she's a little bit more badass. So, but I do understand that she is new to this, so her fighting style is not going to be up to par as Oliver's. But at the same time, if you're going to be a vigilante, you need to make it believable. I didn't believe that you can actually kick my ass. You know what I mean? I don't really believe it. So I think for that, I need to believe it. So hopefully they can work on that with her. So what did you guys think? Did you like it? Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. And as always, guys, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.